Hello, everyone. My name is Igor Tomych, and today with me, Dumitru Condrea, and we're doing our weekly harvest. We brought you three news, which I think and we think is impacting the fintechs and the banks across European Union and globe. So today we are trying to a little bit shift from stable coins and crypto. I think we covered this a lot last weeks, and it's pretty trendy and buzzy right now. So let's dive deep a little bit more into what is happening in fiat world and in European Union right now. A lot of changes and predictions or perceptions that there is a threat from United States, according to the latest news. And I think it kind of impacts what is going on in news lately. So the first news, Dima, what you would like to introduce?
Yeah, hello to everyone, and my co-host Igor Tomych. Here we are very happy to see you. Yes, that's correct. We've covered a lot about crypto last weeks. So today let's start with a little bit different topics and fiat. As for example, Vero Wallet launches in Luxembourg the pan-European instant payment wallet, which was developed by the European Payment. It was developed in cooperation with the European Payments Initiative. This is, yes, as you said, this is linked to current political situation and vision of European Union against possible threats that can come from United States. And this is like, one step further from Visa and MasterCard. I see like this. And they, right now, 5 local banks in Luxembourg joined this initiative. And they basically right now it's they're developing instant account-to-account transfers and payments. Basically, this is one of the logical steps for a broader rollout across Western Europe. And I think this is very much linked to all the initiatives that are in eastern part of European Union, with account-to-account instant payments that were developed in Poland, in Romania, Lithuania, Latvia, so on. Seems like those initiatives were only the MVPs, and they will be soon integrated in this pan-European instant European payment initiative. So it's absolutely interesting and amazing things.
Another angle that I see here, and it's worth to be highlighted, why Luxembourg? Because actually it's a hidden gem for the fintechs. Right now, like this week, a lot of discussions that United Kingdom's driving neobanks. And I think a lot of trust in the European is sitting in Luxembourg because most of the European banks have a license in Luxembourg. Like it's really trustworthy, and a lot of impactful solutions coming from Luxembourg. Ecosystem is well designed for the neobanks, banks, and fintechs. And the trust into the investments and the companies coming from Luxembourg is really big, which is really important for the fintechs. So I think this region will drive certain initiatives for the reducing the potential damages from United States ecosystem like MasterCard, Visa. And it shows that this project is ramping up. My best guess, like in a couple of years, we will start to use Vero as a main P2P transfers. Like right now, a lot of people are doing, I don't know, maybe with a PayPal, sometimes with Revolut, if you have kind of the friends on Revolut. But most of the payments are still happening with at least P2P happening through the IBANs, like banking rails. And this initiative will help to shift to P2P payments as wallets, but also decrease the dependency of the networks, because it's really important to be independent for European Union, reduce the fees, but also reduce the political impact if certain negotiation or things will happen in the future. So yeah, really, really bold move, I would say.
Yes, this is linked to the second of our news, where European Central Bank digital euro innovation platform proceeds and it's developing. European Central Bank continues to build the momentum of its digital euro pilots. So recently, around 70 private sector players like fintech companies, banks, big merchants in e-payments joined its innovation platform to explore the new digital payment functionalities. Well, as usually in Europe, we plan a lot. We start slowly, but when we start, everything rolls out very, very well and very quickly. So now we are in the process of planning, process of joining forces, finding the best solution, finding the solving the critics that arrive and comments that arrive from different players. And this is also another step further from United States and for building its own financial sovereignty, if I can call so, for European.
Once again, it kind of overlaps with the stable coins because I think everyone understand that current way how we are dealing with the money, with the banking rails, with the cards, is not good enough. It doesn't solve all the needs for the real-time payments, for the ease of use, maybe even at some level for the fees. Because I don't know, take a look on the Germany, like a lot of nice players like N26, but it's still for the whole country is really hard to do the real-time payments with the banking rails, day-to-day payments. Like usually it takes a couple of days, usually it costs quite a big fee. So, and that's one of the largest economies, so there is a lot of things which can be solved on the commercial, or not commercial, but on the private sector, like digital banks, neobanks, but also let's say from the technology and solving from the legislation part, like making the digital euro possible, which is potentially solving all those issues. I'm not sure if it's going to fly big, but let's see. The competition is always good, so I think this one will bring more competition and more hunger for real time and less cost fee. So let's see how this competition will go.
Yes.
Thank you for sharing this one. And maybe the last one, closing. It's really interesting for me because I had a chance to overlap with this company. So recently, Token.io secured strategic investment from SHBC. And I'm not sure that a lot of listeners are actually aware about the company, which is called Token.io. And it's fun to see how the words are shifting in meaning. Like right now, if you say token, everyone is thinking about crypto tokens, stable coins, etc., etc. But Token.io actually came to the market much earlier, and they started as authentication business. So they're trying to solve the PSD2 requirements for the banks. So basically, if you would like to integrate and have a proper authentication from customers for the payment initiation, for authorization specific access through the open banking or PSD3, actually Token.io provides out of the box functionality. And it's fun because actually I overlap with them in Bahrain, which is not something that you would assume for European and United Kingdom company. So basically, sometimes in the Middle East, Token.io, and it has a quite worldwide usage, they provide in this authentication, advanced authentication process. And it shows a big appetite for the market, for the proper tools to manage PSD3 information. And it shows a strategic investment from SHBC. Another level why it's interesting for me, it shows the logic of SHBC. Like they have a lot of internal development resources they are outsourcing, but buying the company this size, is it because you cannot create the technology or you're acquiring for the market? It's really interesting. What do you think about that?
I think this is an interesting step for this company, for sure. And they're very. I honestly, I'm happy for them that they found such an interesting investor like HSBC. This provides them, help them to grow up. It's their path is very interesting of this company, like starting from one niche and exploring different other niches. I think this is a very good sign for basically for entire market, European market, because the API providers. I mean, till I read this news, I thought that API market is full. I mean, it's what you can bring more, what you can bring something new. Seems like yes, seems like there's a place for innovations, and it's very good. Open banking validation or validation as a service. It's basically a very niche thing that will help your business to increase the acceptance rate, which is very important in the payments. Possibly we entered in a period where optimizations of the niches and optimizations of some specific processes will be the trend for investment for next few 10 years maybe.
Yeah, digitalization is not finished, and I think APIs, platforms for APIs, marketplace for the APIs are evolving, and we are not even close for the complexity and covering all the business functionalities. So I think we will see more coming. in this case. So yeah, and thank you for discussing the news today. Please subscribe, and thank you for listening till the end. Please subscribe to our channel. We do posting in YouTube. We are sharing our news in LinkedIn. So please follow LinkedIn. Please follow YouTube, and stay with us for weekly news every week. And bi-weekly, we are sharing our podcast with the guests or discussing with the Dumitru different topics in fintechs.
Yeah, have a nice weekend, and I hope you will enjoy this wonderful web.